Hi Libra, this is going to be your daily download for the 16th or 17th of March, whichever part of the world you're in. It's good for Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus of Libra. It's a general reading. This is just the message I've channeled for you guys today. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link to my website's down in the description below. If you're looking for readings for all 12 zodiac signs, Libra, check out my other channel called Soma Chandra Tarot. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. Let's get into it. Libra, this looks like, this doesn't look like relationship to me. Relationship might be tied into it, but this, I asked, well, the universe kind of told me, I do the daily downloads when I'm in the middle of doing something and I'm struck by some kind of clair activation and it's time to do a reading. And I kept seeing the pentacle realm and stress and then like a nothingness, like it's hard to describe. And I was like, okay, I think this is about like their daily life or their job or something like that. So what came out of the Archangel Oracle deck for you is overcoming difficulties. Jeremiel, the worst is now behind you and you're surmounting any previous challenges. So if you felt like you've been having a rough time in any part of your life, your guides are saying you haven't completely overcome the difficulty, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. That actually resonates with me, you guys. You know, I've been trying to cessate from nicotine. Maybe the worst is behind me too. I hope you guys are overcoming your challenges also. So do you still have some challenges? You do, but you're soaring high right now, which is really good. And take back your power, Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings into your life. So if you want any blessings to come into your life, your guides are saying, the power is within your hands. Maybe you've given it away to someone else, or maybe you just put it on a shelf. Your power comes from the universe. Some people believe it comes from God. And it's time to use that and intend to manifest a blessing into your life. Also, Life Review came out, Jeremiel. So Jeremiel is talking to you twice here. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that's unbalanced. You do have Judgment here and Temperance, and they came in the upright. So that's a really positive sign that a lot of you have already done this. And you're already taking inventory. You're already doing life review. You're already working on taking and bringing things that have been out of balance in your life into balance, like your work-home life, relationship versus career or health. Like all parts of our lives have to be in balance with one another in an appropriate way. So they want you to take inventory. Your challenge or like the catalyst is prosperity. I was like, this is a money and life reading. For sure, your material needs are provided for as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So that's the catalyst. That's the catalyst for the whole thing. I also have Horse coming out as well from the Kim Cran's Animal Oracle deck. So what I see here you guys needing to do is take inventory, take your tap power back, continue to overcome some challenges. You still have some life review to do, and you're meant to be moving towards a time of prosperity for this year. Like moving into the spring and summer, it's important for you to stay focused on listening to your intuition and figuring out how to manifest your own dreams into reality for yourself. The cards that came out of the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle deck were interesting. I did not expect them. Raccoon in the reverse, Stingray, and the catalyst or challenge is Horse. So raccoon is an interesting energy, and it came in the reverse, so it's a little out of balance, and it's just a homework assignment you can work on. When raccoon comes out in reverse, you guys, it's where some of you have been trying on a lot of different masks in a situation, maybe in many parts of your life, maybe in one part of your life. The raccoon is shy. The raccoon is afraid to show its face. The raccoon is afraid to be their true selves. It's a time when you're kind of grappling with knowing who you really are. Some of you are defining your own identity. I heard a very specific activation off of this. I saw something very clearly. Some of you are, this is kind of an example, but it's specific. Like you've been writing under a pen name or a surname, or maybe you've been dating someone or talking to them online and it's time to tell them your real name and where you're really from or something like that. Or it's time to take a mask off and say, I'm actually the creator of this content. I'm the one that wrote that article. I'm the one that wrote that song. I'm the one responsible for the change in our department at work. It's time to not be shy and timid and not wear a mask. It's really time to be your authentic self. Stingray is one of my most favorite cards in this whole deck. This is a pivotal moment for you, Libra. Stingray is when we have to break a cycle or a behavior pattern that's no longer serving us. But it's hard to do because the old pattern was one we did so long that it's comfortable. But it's time to make a change. It's definitely time to make a change. This is happening for you on a soul level. So whatever change you're making or need to make is going to help you get to know yourself better and let everyone else see the real you. You will break a pattern or a cycle, and it's a pivotal moment for you. And it's time to do something differently than you've ever done it before. Like a whole new way of your daily routine. Something needs to change for you, and you're in the energy, and the challenge or the catalyst is the horse. We live in symbionts with horses. We have a lot in common with horses, actually, in a biological way, more so than people realize. And the horse represents really hard work, not letting anyone else do the work for you and not running away when things get tough. Horse came in the upright, and that's night energy. So night energy, we're riding on a horse. It can be difficult to sustain. There are times when the energy of the horse will wane and it will flip into the reverse and the energy will plateau. That's okay. When you need to rest, but it's definitely time to work hard towards something. Using this brand new Oracle deck I have. I don't know the name of this deck. I got it off of Etsy. We love it. We love the deck. It's very cool. I'm going to use it a lot. Every week I say, this deck is my new fave. It's my muse right now. So the energy you're in right now, Libra, is higher self and Taurus. Some of you have Taurus in your chart. Some of you have a Taurus around you in your life. This is the energy you're in. So look at all her fruit and all her food. First of all, some of you need to bathe in fruits and vegetables right now and clean up your diet, which I like. You are being meant to focus on your higher self. I did a reading the other day. I put it on both channels about Lilith and the dark moon placement. That's our lower self. That's also very, very important. The message I'm channeling today is about kind of the opposite of that, your higher self. What's your rising sign? That's the sign you're meant to be ascending to. What are your dreams? You're meant to be focusing on the highest version of yourself and your higher self. Also needing to be very grounded like Taurus is. Getting in touch with yourself, your body, in particular with diet and what you eat. Slow and steady wins the race as Taurus, but once you get that bull going, it's unstoppable. Taurus is ruled by Venus too. So your brothers and sisters in Taurus and that zodiac sign I think they're here to support you. A challenge for you is empath. This is a huge challenge. An empath, here's how empath is described in a psychiatric way and in a clinical way. An empath is often a person that cannot help but put the feelings of other people before their own. They were taught at a very early age that their feelings were the least important feelings in the room, and that they are supposed to feel and anticipate other people's feelings, wants, and needs, and push their own feelings down. That's not fun. That's not a cool, special little trait to have. That's something that we need to get looked at, right? So your challenge is, how can you be empathic in a healthy, balanced way? You will feel other people's feelings, and it may pull on you to be compassionate, but being empathetic and compassionate are kind of two different things. You may also need to be kind of empathetic to other people in a situation, or you need them to be empathetic towards you. But watch out that you don't put other people's feelings above your own. Feel your feelings deep, deep, deep within. And try not to get overwhelmed by them, but acknowledge that your feelings are important and you should put them first. You really should. It's tough being an empath, and it's tough being a psychic empath as well, which is totally different. That can be kind of overwhelming. I'm psychically empathic, and I spend a lot of time alone because of it. I'm happy alone because I don't like going places and feeling everyone around me. So if that could be a challenge for you as well. If you feel like you need to spend time alone, do that. I don't know why, but I wanted to use the Island Time Wellness deck. And I got 2 cards. They said 2 cards. Healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and life. Self-care, self-love, being happier. That's good. You're going in a good direction. But cassette came out. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over again in your head. If you've got a challenge, it's the outdated thinking. That's why Stingray is here. Stingray is here to say, let go of outdated thinking. Definitely keep making these healthy choices. Bananas and pineapple look healthy, which is good. And it's definitely time to, I think that the healthy choices will get you to a place where you can see the places that you haven't been your true self. And that's okay. Identify it and make healthier choices so that you can be your true self. The raccoon is also a card of artistry as well, which is interesting. Oh, also at the bottom of the deck, I notice hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. You know what? Lately, a lot of my private clients, and I've also noticed in the comments section and in the community section, a lot of you have been talking about missing a loved one that's passed on. So if you're one of those people, this message is for you. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Don't worry about them. And they just want to say hello. They love you. They're here. They also want you to be courageous. Yeah, have courage. They're here to tell you that. We love you. We're doing fine where we are. We're watching you. So overall energy of the reading is the 9 of Swords in reverse. Inner turmoil, things that have been stressing you out. You're acknowledging them. You're facing your fears and you're trying not to lose sleep, but you still kind of are. Looks like you want to focus on a new beginning and you've been doing a lot of work on your own with the 10 of Wands. Heavy burdens, wanting to move towards something new. Some of you are going to be moving something outside, like taking a shed down and putting it somewhere else. Thinking about moving forward. It's been a heavy burdens, but you know that you need to, it's like, you need to just stop freaking out about something and you're stressing out a lot and get excited about where you're going in life moving forward. You've carried the weight of the world on your shoulders a long time. Overcoming the difficulties, you're at the 10, Libra. So the worst is behind you. You're almost finished. That's good. Recent past, the 4 of Cups. And I clarified it with the 8 of Swords in the upright, the 4 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords in reverse. So this is your recent past. So there was something you've been thinking about and you couldn't get it off your mind, but you didn't pick up the cup. You had other cups in front of you as well, and you weren't choosing those either. That's that emotional reevaluation station. Whatever this was about for you, Libra, it really had you trapped in your head. So overthinking something, feeling stuck in a situation, feeling like your hands are tied, letting racing thoughts overwhelm you. I think that you have not been doing anything about this. I think maybe you needed to rest and recover. And the 6 of Swords in reverse tells me whatever this was about for you, you had a hard time moving on from it. So a lot of you, this could have had to do with any part of your life for any reason. I see a lot of inaction and stagnation and not moving on from something, just saying, I keep hearing, this stresses me out, I'll do it tomorrow. This stresses me out, I'll think about it tomorrow. And not really moving forward, just kind of a loop, stuck. That's recent past. Current moment, 5 of Cups. Disappointed, sad. Oh my God, I have a regret. What's this about? Judgment, Scorpio or Libra here. 7 of Swords in reverse, Temperance, Sagittarius. Wow. So you've heard an inner calling that you cannot ignore. You have some regrets, maybe about decisions you've made. Keep in mind that you cannot change the past. You can recall it to learn from it, not to stay stuck in it, because it looked like it created a stagnation. I think it's almost like you're willing to face something right now that you've been sad about. And you feel this inner calling. a lot of you are sorry that you've cheated yourself for something in the past. And it's like you've caught yourself in some kind of, like, I was kidding myself, I was lying to myself, I was cheating myself. I thought I could take a shortcut. I thought I could just put it off. I thought I could just pretend it didn't exist, and now I can't anymore, and I'm sorry about that. But I hear you, God. I hear you, angels. I hear you, universe. I definitely want to be the lone wolf and make my own luck. I want to act upon my own behalf in an appropriate way, but I don't want to kid myself or cheat myself. And I definitely know that I want to listen to the angel of the divine and bring something into balance and determine the purpose of anything I'm doing moving forward and have a lot of peace and calm. For some of you, this may be a person that comes back into your life that wants to have some kind of a reconciliation with you, but the other cards indicate that it's not about that, that it's like a reconciliation with yourself of some kind, where it's time to practice moderation and stop cheating yourself, and you can't ignore it anymore. It will cause you to feel regret and sadness. That's okay. Fives are conflict, loss, and change. Always change with a 5. Always change. So feel your feelings, state your regrets out loud, acknowledge any ways you've cheated yourself, hear the inner calling, and then just follow your guide, follow your angel. The universe is guiding you. The way you see yourself, this was cool. All Pentacles and the Magician. 2 of Pentacles in reverse is how you see yourself. I clarified it with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician, 8 of Pentacles. Lots of Earth energy. Lots of Virgo here, actually. This is where we go, oh my God, I am so disorganized. I cannot be flexible. I haven't been adaptable. I have not been able to juggle all of my priorities at all. And I haven't appropriately managed my own time. And in the past, maybe I made excuses for other people or a specific person or myself. And it just constantly kept me off balance and I ignored my emotions. I can't do that anymore. I've been going in circles. I've been expecting perfection out of myself, or I just haven't been able to finish anything to task. Like, I can't even keep all my balls in the air. And some of you, maybe you felt like you've been a little lazy, or like you've just been bored. Self-discipline has looked like a challenge. Some of you have been expecting perfection out of yourself, and you haven't been able to be flexible and adaptable. It's definitely time to be more flexible and adaptable and reprioritize a lot of things. Don't expect perfection, but it's definitely time to complete something to task. Address any feelings of boredom or feeling stuck. Don't ignore that, But I think you're not. I think you're like, okay, I'm sick of going in circles. I am going to make a plan. I have to gather all of my resources. What are my resources? No one's going to do this for me. I have to be the single catalyst for change. I'm going to be really calculated and really careful and use every tool available to me. All my strengths, all my knowledge, all my skills, all my talents. It's a moment of discovering power, and you're going to work on something. You're going to work on something. So for some of you, this is like something you've been working on, just your job, your daily routine, things you do every day. Some of you will find an upswing of energy at night as well. Like some of you are going to school at night or something like that. And you're like, I definitely have to stop going in circles and manifest this. And it will take work, a repetitive task to develop something. That's good. I see you like coming out of it and then going in a good direction. Staying at the beginning with the Magician here. Your advice and what you need to know about the future moving forward. You're going in a good direction. You end on the Sun and the 8 of Swords. You're going in a good direction. So your guides are saying what you need to know is the 7 of Cups in reverse. Clarifying that's the Wheel in reverse, the 3 of Wands, and the Upright and Strength. Interesting. The 7 of Cups comes in reverse when we are knocked out of a fantasy about something. It's like Some of you were daydreaming and I can't think of a nice way to say this. Some of you were just daydreaming and sitting on your ass and not doing something. Maybe you had a good reason. Maybe you were sick and recovering. Maybe you ended a horrible relationship. Maybe you lost your job before, because of COVID. Maybe you just couldn't move on. For what? Who cares? Like whatever the reason was. But now you're kind of sorry about that. You want to turn over a new leaf and be productive. Bravo, you're handling it really well with the Magician. And the Seven of Cups, sevens are karma. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is focusing more on your personal values, narrowing your options. It's kind of a reality check. You're like, well, I don't have as many options as I thought I did, but that's okay. I'm going to find the one that works for me. There is a bit of resistance in the environment. Some of you are working against some things that are out of your control. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse can be anything from like a tornado wrecking your house, or your car blowing up out of nowhere, or an injury that you didn't expect, or an illness, or things just not. Will the universe 100% line up to help you? Not necessarily, but the wheel in reverse is about breaking cycles and being mindful that of any time that you've resisted change. If you've been resisting change, because Judgment and the Five of Cups is here and the Seven of Swords in reverse is here, you know it. You know it. I know you know it. I know you know it, and it's okay. You're just breaking old cycles and recognizing, it's like your guides are saying to you, look, you may not have the choices you think you do. And the restriction of Saturn is upon you at the moment. Use it to your benefit. Try to recognize any time in your life, or even right now, where you're resisting change. And then use the stingray energy to break a pattern. Like you can turn this into a plus. And your advice is also Three of Wands and strength. Stand still and examine the full growth potential. Where do you want to be 6 months from now? Where do you want to be a year from now? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? And when was the last time you actually thought about that and did something about it? It will take you strength. With Leo energy here. Strength only comes when it's called for. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But I think it's all part of a plan for you. It's part of your own plan. It's part of your own destiny here with the wheel. And you need to know that the wheel will always turn itself back into the upright. It will. It really will. Some of you might have been blocked in like a divine intervention because the final outcome is the sun. And clarifying that, I was like, oh God, so the sun can be good, or it can feel really good, or it can be like, whoo, the cold, hard light of day. So I was worried that like justice was going to come out or something. So the sun is warmth, clarity, happiness, positivity. It's a yes card for me. Clarifying the sun is the Five of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So coming out of the red and into the black. If any of you have been having financial problems, you're going to go in a good direction now. You will make slow, steady progress in freeing yourself in some way. You will recover from financial loss, probably in Leo season. That could be a timestamp for us, Leo season with the sun. Also your solar return, your birthday. You're just going in a positive direction, freeing yourself from cycles of isolation and worry and impoverishment. Page of Pentacles to the Ace of Swords. Some of you might get a new job. Some of you, like the Magician, he has all of these skills. He uses everything, all four suits. You may decide to pick up a new skill of some kind. You will manifest this opportunity and have a breakthrough. Something is going to break through for you. It could be a person around you that wants some kind of a breakthrough with you. And this might throw you off and say, okay, but we're going to have to work on this and you're going to have to prove it to me, like I'm going to have to see you work on it. And I think that if that's the case, if this is if for any reason I'm picking up on the energy of someone around you, they're out of options and they need to think about the future and they're going to have to break some cycles. But I really think that this is you guys. knowing that it's time to bring some things in your life into balance and no longer go in circles. And you're going to do it. You're going to do it. If you have any challenges, it's knowing that you have to stay focused on prosperity and creating it for yourself. You will definitely need to let go of outdated thinking. This is a struggle. Be mindful of your thoughts. When you catch yourself in a moment, Libra, where you're thinking about something you think about over and over and over again, that's habitual. You've conditioned yourself to think about it. Stop yourself and say, this does not serve me. I'm not going to replay these events over in my head anymore. I'm going to turn that knowledge into wisdom and let it go and integrate it and transmute it. It's definitely going to take work, and it's important to listen to your emotions, but to not allow the feelings of everybody else around you to be what you put first. It's interesting, that card combination. All right, Libra, that's your daily download. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps. I'm going to leave comments open. What is this for you guys? What is this? And I also want to know what pattern you're breaking, what stagnation you're coming out of. I am interested to know that. I'm going to let this reading soak in and see how it might be resonating for myself. Just know that you've been worrying and stressing out a lot, and I think it's time to finally see that that's not doing you any favors. It's time to be that workhorse and have a plan. And it will also take you doing some reprioritization. Anywhere you've been overcommitted or disorganized, reprioritize, even if that means cleaning out your closet. Your angels and loved ones are here for you, Libra. They really are. Heaven is smiling upon you, and so am I. All right, Libra, that's your daily download. I'm always listening to the universe for you. Take care of yourselves. Bye. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.